1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Great to have you along, UB Stadium in Buffalo, home to the Buffalo Bulls, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Buffalo Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Seminoles... kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Bulls offense will get the first crack at it here. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make a huge impact.
Like they can go the distance, just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it up.
Breaks into the open.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
The play-action fake. Complete to the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. To throw, it's Burden. Working that left side now. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulls will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with the football.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
The short hands, it's Roach. Huge game before he goes out of bounds. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Makes it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles, and he helps his offense out.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes along?
It's really tough, and that's one thing this coaching staff's really been trying to focus on is just to take one opponent at a time, regardless of where they're ranked, regardless of where you're playing. You've got everybody's attention. You're the #1 team of the country midway through the year, David, but there are tougher challenges ahead.
Well, and it's hard to get your players' attention because you start thinking you're good. We've got to get better every week, every practice, and sometimes that #1 ranking makes you not work as hard, gets you a little bit complacent, so that's the job of this coaching staff moving forward.
The Seminoles are on the move. To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now on the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Might be changing the route. Sends it back in motion. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He makes the grab. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Now this offense is back on the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Looking for a huge play. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. second and a long way to go. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Setting up the screen. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They bring him down, but not only... That's the first. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Offense. From the gun, looking for a man. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it on the left. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Noles. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Hawaii. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Seminoles line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
Quickly complete. Knocked off his feet.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Gets the back moving. Try to get it to the edge. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And the extra point makes it 28-0.
That makes the score Florida State 28, Buffalo 0.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Quick completion on the out. Turns it on in midfield. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Burton. Fires to the tight end. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
It's caught. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
The QB did a great job hanging in the pocket, showing great toughness. But I will tell you this. That offensive coordinator ain't happy. He doesn't want to see those hits continue to pile up on his QB.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Bulls now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. Off the RPO, complete. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Seminoles buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Motion from the wideout. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He rifles one deep to the left. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's not afraid to go deep. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to change this route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's not a surprise for this offense, man. They continue to find him. He's made those big plays. He's put some touchdowns on the board. He's been the big play guy in this offense. And I don't think I'd stop either. We're still getting started in this football game, and they're going to see more of those deep shots to him.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Western New York. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside picturesque UB Stadium.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. They'll send the back in motion. Sticks it in his belly. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. The Noles can really attack on this second and short. The big fullback's got it. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the toss. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what.
Turning it on. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Wants to throw on first down. Got the back over the middle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man.
It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Fullback's got it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And the fullback, this takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
Well, this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. He might want another play. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollack.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. You know what? That's a bit of a trick play. Give it to the big guy. Let him tote that rock to the house.
It's a trick in college football now to even have a fullback in the game. Give it to the big fella. I tell you what, that's like tackling a tree stump. All legs, just big, stocky guy. Get in the end zone.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a man. It's Burton. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
The Bulls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
And the Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Motion from the back. They'll toss it to the left. Creates a little space. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After swapping ends time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Good timing on the quick out. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
What a great job tackling that time by the cornerback. Out on an island by himself. It's just him and the pitchman one-on-one. The offense is trying to go option. They get it out to their playmaker in space. But this guy is good at covering, and he's good at tackling, and he showed it to you right there.
The throw to the outside is complete. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Finds a little space. There he goes. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Knowles are flying down the field. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knowles! The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Buffalo, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They're working that left side. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum.
All by himself down the middle. He's showing it all, the juice, the Jets. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Lets it fly. Complete to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. And the Seminoles will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? It hasn't always been pretty all season long, yet they've continually found ways to win each and every week. But today, in a day where they
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. He has been surgical. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.